Welcome back to the Infinite Grifball podcast. It's Oldplex here, and I'm back with episode 13, championship edition for Spring League 25 AGLA. And you're not going to believe this, but like Clockwork is your champion again. The team comp might be a little different, but the name stays the same for the dynasty purposes. And without further ado, let me introduce your championship winners. First, we got team captain Wylux. How you doing, man?
Oh shit, how you doing? Pretty good.
Doing good. And next up, we've got Gingy. What's up, bro?
Hey man, if I was a dog, my tail be wagging.
All right, and next we
We're
have
good, dude.
Super Chill, No Tilt Challenge, Tommy Westside. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, you know me. I love fishing and being calm.
Oh, definitely. And then last but certainly not least, the anchor for this team, who did most of the running for the season, it's Low Main. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? Or also known as Wylux's feet.
Why Lux?
True.
That's true. That's true.
Or MVP.
Or MVP.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get down to it. First, we're just going to kind of walk through each round of y'all's illustrious playoff run. And so first off, you face off against Skill Diff, which is KD Skill. And you won both games 5-1, 5-1. So I'll just let Lux kind of jump into that, and then you can all say something about it. So go ahead, Cap.
Oh, about the series against KD, I feel like I don't even remember that series. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you guys remember that? I don't remember that series at all.
They were.
It was a slow start, and then we rolled them.
Yeah, they were under practice. Sim hasn't been on enough.
Yeah, I feel like that team was supposed to be a lot better. They just didn't put the time in, which is fine.
Yep.
You know.
Made playoffs.
We take those.
Yeah, they made playoffs.
They I mean, KD played pretty good. Zim actually wasn't bad for not ever touching the game. I thought.
Yeah, they just got an unlucky draw with running into us, I guess.
No, we definitely practiced. During the season, we didn't practice, like, at all. Or it was always, like, 2 or 3 people. We really got the whole team on. But then playoffs came around, and we locked in. We were hopping on early. We were, like,
That's what you
scrimming and stuff.
It's what you got to do. Go hard. Once
We-
you make playoffs, don't practice every day.
We scrimmed, didn't we scrim Chemical before?
We
Chemical
did.
was a way better team.
They
I
worked.
mean,
Yeah, they worked us bad.
I think they had a sub. We even did a scrim without Gingy against Chemical at one point with KD. That was after
Oh,
the
yeah.
first round, actually.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, I remember seeing the games, and it's like y'all said. It was they kind of were taking punches at first, but then once the engine got rolling, so to speak, it was kind of quick work. But I mean, you can't really expect a whole lot with a 7 seed going up against a 2 seed. I mean, they were a good team, but y'all were just stifling. I mean, unfortunately, I had to play y'all for my first games of the season, and it was pretty much exactly like that. It was like taking punches, and then eventually it was GG. That sort of thing. Also, fun note about that series, that was the shortest series of the entire playoffs.
Us
Oh, it
versus
was?
KD was.
Yeah, and then y'all also had y'all also had the shortest game too, I believe, in the playoffs.
yeah, that was that 5-minute one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
I
talking about
believe.
playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so on to the next series. You took on Clip Hunters, which is Ace Spence's team, in the semifinals, and this was the first of the first 3-game series in the playoffs, and of course y'all had another one after that. So it was 5-1 game 1 for Like Clockwork, and then Ace Spence won 5-4, and then y'all stormed back and won 5-2. So I'll just let y'all go into whatever you remember about that series and what the vibe kind of was for y'all.
That shit was hell for me. I'm not gonna lie.
True.
I think we stayed pissed off to even be online. To be honest with you, we're always angry to be there. Pisses us off even more when we lose. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to be there. at all. That like this is my fucking holiday weekend. I got 3 days off. What do you mean I have to spend 3 hours playing Grifball?
Yeah,
That team was
Annoying.
very
they
annoying.
were very annoying. Yeah,
The
that was-
constantly having to look up while dealing with like Fancy standing in front of you sucks ass.
it makes you be hyper aware of your positioning and makes you focus way harder than you want to.
True.
But yeah, they're good. They're a good team. We just got the better of them on that specific day.
Game 1 was fine. Game 2, I don't know what Spence and Fancy did, but they locked the fuck in.
Yeah, but we still should have won game 2. That was
Yeah,
the game.
I fucked up. I fucked
No.
up and threw the ball,
We
and
all
it like
we all fucked
went
up
towards
that game.
plate, and then one
No,
of you
that was the
clowns.
final. That was
That
the
was the
final.
final. I thought
You
that was
remember
the.
Do you
No, you
remember
did
what?
that to the final.
Do you remember what Apex started game 2? Lux, do you remember that? He was like 24-4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
something ridiculous.
he was shitting on us, and that's
Well,
something.
Lux
something
wasn't feeling it
changed.
either.
I don't know what, but
The second game was the game I killed Gingy after I popped like the 3-piece that we should have won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh
yeah.
yeah,
The
And
sword
also,
betrayal.
You saw right?
no, not Silver Trail. It's just I just
Wiped him
hammered
up.
flung. Yeah. I also
Oh,
killed Jaden or Wylux off of a hammer swing. That one I feel like shouldn't have killed him though.
I remember you killed me on plate.
Yeah.
When did you kill
That
me?
one also was basically on plate. I was going to take a hit for someone, so I turned to my left, and I guess it counted as him being over there, and it just one-shot him.
Don't remember that.
That whole series felt like a fever dream.
But I
I
do
bet.
remember the vibes being still really, really high, and at one point we had to stop talking about, I don't know, someone's wife, because we were getting scored.
Oh yeah, the rage room. Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy
I said
P.
something. I said something about the wife in the rage room, and then we lost. Like we got scored on 3 times in a row,
Broke apart.
and it's like, all right, put the wife away. We gotta lock the fuck in.
Put the life away, dude.
Focus up. It's crazy. They could hear our comms the entire time. We were ranting about something when that fucking VOD started. I can't remember what it was, like connection manipulation, or like we were basically calling them cheaters or some shit.
Would it be Grifball if we didn't?
No, it wouldn't be. We're here for it.
Yeah, because when you're not on my team, you're a cheating piece of shit, Gingy.
You
If you-
alt
if you
using
kill me, you're cheating.
motherfucker. God damn it, Captain Flowers. I know it's you.
Hey,
Captain Flowers.
if you're not talking about mindless nonsense sometimes in a game, I mean, sometimes that's what you need to really stay focused in a way. But I'm too old and I can't do that. I've got to put like 110% brain power on just to not betray 20 times a game. Unfortunately.
Oh, Gingy will betray 20 times a game and will still win.
Literally 20.
Listen,
Yeah,
I-
literally 20.
just get the trade, right? You know, if you kill a teammate, get the trade. That's
Half of
all
those
you
were
do.
definitely me.
You're welcome. I told you to stop stealing my kills, bro. I warned
You
you.
gotta,
I
you gotta
told you.
orbit.
I never got them.
That's because I
You
killed.
just kill me
I
and
made sure.
him.
I made sure of it. You're damn right.
It's called insurance.
Listen, did you see how negative I went in the ship? I need every fucking kill I could get, Tommy. Get your own.
Dude, you see how negative I win game 1 of the ship? Like, please.
Damn.
All right, so moving on to the championship series, which is the only best of 5 series. The others were best of 3, of course. And I think a fair amount of people predicted that this would be the 2 teams in the ship. So you had to face number 1 seed Chemical Imbalance as the number 2 seed, and that went 4 games, 5-4 Chemical Imbalance, 5-4 like Clockwork, 5-0, then 5-3 like Clockwork. And to me, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Lux was absolutely a monster in these games. I watched the playoffs, but I definitely was on for the ship and paying more attention to it. And man, you were tanking very well in that, and it just seemed like Mav called it in the group chat when we were all in there in the watch party. He said in game 2, whoever pulls out the 5-4 win is gonna just roll and win the rest of the games and win the ship. Now, I don't know if that would have been true if they would have won, but it was certainly true in this case. So,
Yeah.
a 5-game series, or you ended up playing 4 games, that's quite grueling. So, I'll just go ahead and pass the mic and let you revel in
Yeah.
the glory.
I don't think we win that if we lose that second game. To be honest, we're already
Oh,
checked
definitely
out.
not. Oh my god.
We actually got really
why
lucky that
why
we
do
won
we
the
have to
last
play
one.
5 games, man? That's so ass.
At 9 o'clock at night, start.
Yeah, on a Memorial Day, we've been drinking and grilling all day, and we have to play, or else we're gonna get
Had the
we're gonna get
dogs.
our pee smacked by the admins. Like, that's not cool.
I was already drunk, and had been at that point. By that point, starting to get a hangover. Ugh, I did not want to be there.
I don't know. I never really thought, despite what the records show, I never really thought that team was like that much better than us. I feel like if we were playing on an actual date, we would have 3-0'd them. But
True.
I thought they were pretty good.
I mean, how did we lose our one match? Right.
Because I didn't do shit.
That was actually
our
the match
first game.
where Tommy did throw it back and it just kind of went nowhere. I mean, we don't really
Tommy-
lose that if that didn't happen. I don't think.
17. Yeah, he had to
Yeah,
really-
probably not.
I couldn't run the first start of the game either. Like, it took me a minute to get warmed up, but we still almost won that one.
we always drop the first few minutes of every game, and then we come back. But
I
that
feel
was
like we really played down to competition. Like, we could be
That was
so
it.
good when we really locked in, but we never
Yeah.
really locked in. Like, there was always something.
you
I
just
was
got
saying
home.
something retarded. Tommy was raging. Lux was talking to his chat. You know, there was always something going on in the background where we never really.
Yeah.
We also were never really on super early, especially for that one. I mean, we hopped
Oh,
on
yeah.
like 5 minutes early.
We did not.
That 5-0, I don't even remember what happened during the 5-0. Did Lux just take over? What was that? I was on the court, but I was out of my body.
I went
So-
24-11, but you guys made a lot of pass plays that third game.
Yeah, a lot of pass plays. Didn't we we all caught one, didn't we?
Probably.
I know we
Also
definitely did
scored
over
one.
the course of the series.
This whole series was a lot of passing.
They
Which-
just broke. I don't know what happened that game. Like, Pop-Tart wasn't getting trades. Chemical wasn't like going crazy. I think everybody only had 20 kills. Like, it was just a lot of pass plays.
I don't know if they. I don't know if they were just overcommitted to people flanking because they watched our other series and saw that we would oftentimes go for flank and then pass goals, and so they would always send 2 to try to clear them out. But then, I don't know how many times I ran down the middle of the court, got 1 kill, and caught a pass from low. Like, I don't. Kyle, how many times? 3, 4?
It was a lot. I had a
this-
lot of pass plays on the end.
So it was just. I don't know if they were like trying to oversell the flanker to make sure that person didn't get to the plate, but they left the middle of the court wide open.
I think the difference too, part of it was that when we were on defense, we were basically just like pushing down their throat, like keeping them in their spawn, staying up, and constantly keeping pressure on them. Whereas they would always send someone to try to come after me. And when I started getting hot on my punches, they were just throwing away a body.
Yeah, they were, yeah, they were a little more willing to throw bodies in when they should. Like Chemical, so many times, and this is what makes Jaden great. So many times, Jaden will back up, play his life, and let me and Tommy get there to help him finish a push.
Yeah.
Chemical
One more
does-
cycle, right?
Right. Chemical doesn't really seem to have that same patience all the time. I think Chemical's a little more streaky. He's got the ability to do it all himself, just like Jaden does, but I think he goes in spurts where sometimes he's dominating you and sometimes he's just trading it out. So I think if he does something like Lux does, which is, you know, play his life, play his position, or even if the team goes the other way and leaves Chem over there by themselves, I think they were outslaying us for the most part. At least Tommy and I were getting the business quite a bit.
Yeah,
I feel like-
definitely.
So I don't know. I feel like if they played a little more patient like they did game 4, the last game, when Pop-Tart wasn't going forward at all anymore,
Yeah.
I think that made them tough to kill as well. But again, then they overcommitted to the outsides. We ran right down the middle. Just
They also weren't passing or launching or like it was like
No,
playing Reach. Like they were just trying to tank it in. I think they had 2 like 2 or 3 failed pass plays, and then they kind of just like clammed up.
They felt
The
flat.
Yeah, we
The
kind of
one-
just
Yeah,
we started
kinda.
rolling over them.
They started throwing the ball early, way too early too.
Yeah,
I mean, one side to the other, there maybe. I mean, sometimes there wasn't even anyone spawned up on that side yet, and they were throwing it.
yeah,
I mean-
wouldn't take the punch.
KD wise, look how they dominated us. Like, I don't blame them for playing slow because they were the better tanking team. They would eventually win that way if we weren't pretty sound on defense and good at passing on offense. Because I feel like when we were just tanking, we were very hit or miss. It took us a long time to get tank-ins.
That was like our first game or our first series where we had to like consistently play on East.
That is true.
That is true, yeah.
Sev fucked everything up, holding that shit so far East because he got to play from the EU. Like, just move here.
Just come
Right.
across the waters.
Somebody's willing to get married.
Take a
It's a good
boat.
time to immigrate.
Yeah.
That's a lie. Don't.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
I really think that whenever game 2 ended and you're going into game 3, I feel like whenever I'm not sure who or if it was, I think it was a team effort probably from all of y'all. Once you started approaching Pop-Tart a little differently and you slowed him down to where he wasn't just getting his lunges, I feel like that completely changed the game from the game I was watching, because y'all pretty much limited his effectiveness for just being annoying kind of by
And
slowing him down.
You're talking about for the 5-0? Was that what caused it?
Yeah, and it was the game after that too, game 4, whenever they were playing slower too. But
Well, game 4, he got too passive. He became almost impossible to kill. He was a fucking bastard. So
I just started standing in front of him. Like, he wouldn't run up to you. Like, I'll just stand there. I don't care. I don't need to go forward if you're gonna sit there with the sword.
I don't have that patience, man. My foot be bouncing. I'm fucking like, all
Dude,
right.
I was yapping
I
the
gotta
whole
go.
time. Like, what do you mean? Like, I was bitching about it the entire fucking series. It was so
You were.
boring.
You were reliable. Yep.
All right,
Good
well,
old-
I guess I can go ahead and move on to the player questions. And of course, before I get there, once again, congratulations on winning the ship. And we're about to go right into this with a nice first question for your leader, Wylux. So,
Oh no.
okay, the first question I have is, well, it's a statement at first, but out of all the players on your team, this ship has to be the hugest for you. I mean, winning a ship in Grifball, nothing's like that great paper cup, but for you in particular, because of your history in season 1, making it to the ship, and then last season coaching like Clockwork and getting more involved. So it's basically a pretty generic question. How does it feel to win the ship after everything that has come up to this?
The night we won, I just wanted to go to bed. I'm pretty sure. I did not. The night we won, I don't think any of us wanted to be there. So, but the next morning it felt pretty good. You know, the after season blues, the postseason blues can hit. You know, you don't have to be on to play games anymore. That's always a good thing. So, I'd say I'm not sure if I'd put this season above last season in terms of how much I enjoyed the win. I don't really like Infinite enough. I prefer coaching over playing, I think, nowadays, but it was fun.
All right, and the next question I have is the one that I posted for you to preview. It's I said you are a clever player that is one of the few players that plays differently whenever you're just in a custom or late league than how you play in actual games. How is it easy for you to switch gears so seamlessly like that? It just seems like it would be hard to do.
Kids are bad. No, I'm just kidding.
It's me.
I don't know. I just play how I feel, and I feel like if you're a resourceful person, you can get some things out of customs where you don't have to take it too seriously in terms of tanking or anything. You know, you can go for your plays or just fool around, use a sword all game. I don't know. You know, you could learn a lot of things in customs like that.
All right, and the final question I have is, being one of the few true hybrids in the league, meaning that you're equally dominant with hammer, sword, and running if you feel like it, but really mainly between both the power weapons, hammer and sword. How effective does it make you to be so uh, to be so I guess multifaceted on offense or defense, being able to switch from the hammer or the sword? Because I know Pop Tart's kind of like that too. He's more sword heavy, of course, but
Mhm.
I feel like with you, you're equally good with the hammer and the sword, opening up opportunities for getting kills.
Just kind of how I learned to play. I wouldn't necessarily tell a single tank to learn how to use the sword as well as the hammer. You can use just the hammer and do just fine, in my opinion. It's just kind of I've always I came up always chasing the runner down, which means I always had a sword out. So that's kind of still locked into how I play. It's in my subconscious to play like that. So I'll always pull a sword out, look at the runner, and it's just kind of embedded into me forever. I think to play like that.
Yeah, back in the Halo 4 glory days, or even in the EU leagues, just sprinting with the sword out, just sprinting and waiting to jump back. I
It's
remember
also a lot more fun to use a sword, in my opinion.
it's tough, especially on this game. It's you really have to study the blade and know what you're doing, or you're just gonna get farmed and not even
True.
really be able to kill a runner. I still don't understand the crouch check. I've gotten it to work 3 times, I think.
I am one of the few sword tanks who does not ever use the crouch tech, and that won't be changing.
Bunch of cheaters, in my opinion. All right,
Hell yeah.
well, moving on to Genji. So the first question I have for you, Genji, is with every season you've played, you've kind of clawed your way a little bit higher and higher, and of course, you won this season's championship. And in case you weren't counting, that is your 6th AGLA championship and your first on
Woo!
Infinite. So, how does it feel? Obviously, the first part to win number 6, which puts you pretty high up there, last I checked, and then of course to make yourself more well-rounded and win one on another Halo game.
Had to get carried to this one. Ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, but I'll take it. It's another one. I
It's one of the best teams I've ever seen, in my opinion, in recent years.
Winning a ship to me anymore is it's fun. Obviously, winning is great, but it's just about how much I enjoy the game itself. And honestly, this game I think is fun. It's close to Halo 5, but not quite it because of the hammer. So I had a good time with the guys here. I had a blast playing the season. Winning another ship is always fun, but other than that, it's just another game, right? You win one, you win 100.
Boy, I wish I could relate.
You've won plenty, no Plex. Stop it.
Not in the AGLA. Not yet. One day, maybe. One day. All right, so the next question I have for you is, obviously you're a great lead tank. I don't think anyone would deny that. But I don't think people give you enough credit for how good you are on defense. I feel like you're pretty good with the clutch hammer stops and just fending off a runner in space and making them kind of change how they're going to go. So I guess the question is, how do you approach tanking while you're on defense in a close game?
It completely depends on the situation. I mean, if we're backed up to our side, I'm the last tank. I'm playing my life, right? I'm not swinging unless you're in range. Um, just trying to draw as much time for respawns as I can. If I am on defense and pinning you up against the wall, I'm looking to bat down a pass. I'm just doing what I can to help the team win, right? Like I know I'm not the player that's going to go out there anymore and get 4 kills. I'm not Chemical. I'm not Shrek. I'm not those guys anymore. So I just need to do the right thing for as long as I can and let Lux and Low and Tommy clean up. It's kind of how I look at it now.
I would say someone just knowing that it's Genji in front of them, no matter how effective you think you're playing, or good or bad, I think that fucks with people. It's kind of like I mean, I wouldn't quite call it the HP silent effect because that's fucking legendary territory.
That's
But
different. That's different game.
you're definitely there too. I just feel like it's the Genji effect, you just know you're playing against someone good, and that can fuck
I
with
feel
people sometimes.
I feel like the respect is more there. I notice what you're saying at times, but it's on offense that I notice it, right? That they're prepared for me to go forward, to be aggressive, to be the push tank. They're always prepared for that, I feel like. Where not so much on defense. On defense, I get a lot of people just thrusting right at me. But that's again, I play on controller, so sometimes they can get it past us when they do that. So but
Hybrid's the way, man. You can do it. I believe.
I might learn. We'll find out.
Hey, if my old ass can pick it up literally like in a week, you'll probably pick it up in a day. It's oddly easy to learn, and I don't really know why. I guess just
I play other mouse and key games. I just need to stop bitching and do it. It just feels it's like getting new grips on your golf club. Like you feel so or even better yet, when you link your pinky and your pointer finger the first time you hold the golf club, right? Like the backswing and everything, the follow through feels so gross. But eventually you learn that it helps you keep your wrist locked and you learn how to contort your body and make a better swinging motion with a locked wrist, right? So I know what it's gonna feel like. I know what I need to do. I haven't gotten there yet. So
yeah, it'll be pretty easy for you once you do it. Whether you go, I mean, if you can do mouse and keyboard, just do mouse and keyboard because that's going to be superior. I just
also,
think
I'm playing like I'm not as good as I need to be, but I'm good enough, right? Like I don't need to be better at this game than I already am. So if I play on controller, I play on controller. Is honestly how I feel about it. But
all right. Well, on to your third question, which is your last one. You had some huge and impactful plays this season in the passing offense. Can you describe how much of a momentum killer a huge pass play is? You know, like one of those ones where you didn't know the guy was behind you on the plate, and then they just completely fuck you over and get a cheap goal after you fought for a tough goal. How much of an impact is a play like that in a game?
I mean I could completely take the wind out of your sails, right? Like especially, I mean, communication's probably the easiest part of the game. Like, hey, there's a guy on our plate. Watch the guy going right. Like that's all it takes, and all three people know that if I see in the kill feed that Tommy's got the guy wrapping around, oh, Tommy's dead, I need to now play interception or bat the pass down, right? Or I need to pressure the runner so he's not looking at the guy on the plate. So it's just it, it's it sucks to get scored on in that fashion, especially when you don't know it's coming. It's even worse when you know it's coming and you can't get there in time. God, that feels shitty. Because then you feel like a doofus for being out of the play, even though it happens to everybody all the time, especially in this game. But I don't know. It just, like I said, it takes the wind out of your sails. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, old Mo is a fickle broad, as I always say.
What?
No, momentum, you know? Old Mo.
Oh, Mo.
I was like,
Okay.
who the fuck is
Who
Mo?
the fuck is Mo?
Who the fuck is Mo and why are they fucking with Noplex?
Right. Well, where's their brother, Joe and Curly? Shit.
All right, well, I'm going to move on to low mains questions. And the first one I have is congratulations, by the way, for winning or co winning Steal of the Draft. Basically, you know, best bang for your buck. And that gives your captain more room to go after the players that he wanted to get, whether he meant to get Gingy or Tommy or whatever plans he had. He was able to get Gingy and Tommy. So I guess it's less of a question and more of a statement. What did you do to make yourself the most effective, or I guess just kind of describe what your mindset was for just kind of meshing with your team and being an anchor? Because I really felt you were the anchor of this team.
Well, I mean, obviously me, Jaden, and Gingy have been playing a lot, so we already kind of have a built-in chemistry, understanding, and even Tommy, just they have a bunch of knowledge. So honestly, getting to work with them and understand how they think I should play was the most effective. Really just being coachable and saying like, what do you guys think I need to do as a player? You know, being the fourth and, you know, the unexpected literally had no expectations of me. So if I could be any bit effective, you know, I think it would send the team to a much higher level. So I really think it was just listening to them as they have a lot of experience.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And this will kind of tie into the next question, too, in a way. So I know that was told not too long ago that the stat tracking apparently isn't correct for passes thrown in, if I remember right. but I do know you were way up there on pass goals thrown in. That's not really surprising with being on a team with Lux because he's very dynamic with how he approaches offense. He's all about the pass plays because season 1 it was TJP and Sev. He had a passing offense, and it's no different here. I guess the question is, how easy was it to thrive in this game plan, or was it tough to adjust to throwing the ball right away? And I know it can be a little with pass plays. I've always felt that if you take too much time and overthink it, it's not going to work. So
Yeah. So if you watch any of the VOD from the matches we played at, there's even moments in the games where I'll tell them, and I'm like, if you tell me plate, I'm going to throw it. Like I'm not second guessing it, and it was kind of just an understanding we built through the season. If you want the ball on the plate, yell it like 3 times.
Play.
Yes, plate. And so it's really just trusting them as when I hear the call, just don't think about it and just throw it. And I've done this before with Jaden in Halo 4, so when we signed up for the season, I kind of already knew. That's also to your point from the last question, that's how I become even more effective. Obviously, I'm not the best tank, but what plays can I make that makes me more effective?
There's a rumor that if you go into your bathroom, look into your mirror, and say plate 3 times, a bomb will show up at your door.
Oh, you know it.
Oh shit.
every time you say plate, Griff gets his wings.
Yeah. It's got a fucking kiss print of Kyle's lips.
The ball will be there.
It's always there.
It's always there.
Yeah, you want to be multifaceted on offense. Kind of goes back to what you're saying. When you go turtle and just try to play flat, missionary style Grifball, it can work if you're tanking good enough, but you cannot really take a way to score off the table, if you know what I'm saying. You got to score in any way you can. Pro runs, launches, pass plays, whatever. Because goals are goals. They all count the same. But the last question I have for you is, how great is it for your other teammates to be able to just push ahead and worry about tanking without having to worry about the bomb? Because I know I hate having to worry about the ball. I'll pick it up and throw it back or hold it on spawn or whatever, but I don't want fucking nothing to do with it. I just love tossing it back to a runner and making it their problem.
Yeah, I think it was good. With this team, everyone's pretty comfortable with the ball, maybe except for Tommy. So not necessarily that they have to not worry about the ball, but I think it just made it so much easier because I felt like we had the best tanking line out of everyone. So if I could just be rock solid with the ball, then I felt like we were going to do pretty well. And that was something that we kind of debated in the first half was should I run the ball or should Gingy? Because Gingy was miles ahead of me, for sure when we started. But he's just such a good tank that we really needed him on the field. Same thing with Lux. But I also think that part of why we didn't really necessarily have to worry as much is because we kind of catered our game plan around to like our style. So towards the end of the season, I had to learn how to not get myself trapped in a corner. And so it was because that we have such great tanks like Tommy and Gingy on defense and in offense that I was able to hit these wraps more effectively, and it just made it so where we were keeping possession a lot longer.
Definitely. I think Infinite's unique in is that's really the only game that we punt whenever you're really, really trapped on offense and they're in the spawn. Because, I mean, in the other games, you could kind of go left equipment, left health pack with the ball, and it'd be fine. But I think going against Instincts is a lot of what makes Infinite, I guess. You do a lot of things that you normally wouldn't do on the other games, so it's like breaking habits.
For sure.
All right, so that's the end of the questions that I have, and the next thing that I have on the agenda is the Nexus circuit for Late League, which is tomorrow, and it's very convenient because we have a Late League admin in here with us right now, and Lux.
Oh,
so,
fuck.
damn, you be doing everything. But
I kind of forgot I had that title.
Yeah, and another note, I'll actually be making my broadcasting debut tomorrow for that. It's gonna be something, talking for probably like 3 hours straight trying to broadcast. So yeah, if you want, you can kind of go into that and kind of break it down a little bit if you want to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a round robin tournament tomorrow. It's I really just wanted to see another event be ran, and I know Pop Tart was running circuits when I wasn't even here, and I hear they had a good outcome and people enjoyed them. So I reached out to Pop Tart, and here we are. Should be fun.
Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to play in a lot of the games and qualify this time, but since I'm casting, it's fine. But I definitely will try to, if there is another one, which I assume there will be something like that. I'll definitely try to catch up on some games and qualify. But whenever I did try to play 2 games, and I think each game was like 20, 25 minutes long. So
Jesus.
after 2 games, I was already done.
Yeah, makes it hard to rip out 15 games when they're all taking half an hour.
Yo, did you ask Tommy his questions, or am I?
I didn't hear Tommy's questions at all. I was waiting for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did
was
skip
like,
you,
I don't-
Tommy. I apologize. So back to that then.
Why?
I'm not-
Okay.
I'm not punishing you for yelling.
Why?
I feel like Tommy's been getting shafted, dude. Tommy wasn't even supposed to be on this team, and he got us there.
He clutched up.
Wait, I
really-
wasn't supposed to be on this team? Wait, this is the first time hearing of this.
Oh,
What the
shit.
fuck?
Dude, I should put my credits towards Rage, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I bid on Tommy.
Listen,
Oh,
as
man.
as soon as Rage was gone, he was like, "Should we go for Boston?" I'm like, "Fuck no, get Tommy."
That was the best decision ever, man.
You're like, "Are you sure he rages?" And I'm like, "He's a whole vibe. We need that. Let's go."
It was Gingy's call,
that's
and it
fucking
did work
funny.
out for sure. Like Tommy was huge in our wins.
Look
You
where
know,
we're
Tom-
even with
Tommy, I didn't want
caught
you.
saying shit, but I mean, I felt like Tommy
Fucking
was
hilarious, dude.
and he was really great to work with too. I mean, he was always
I'm-
on, and you know, even if he did rage, but
I'm
the
s-
the
I'm
3
so
of us
glad.
was coordinated. Tommy was just a great pickup.
Listen,
I'm so
Tommy's
glad
got
we got
rage
Tommy.
in him, but his sense of humor's immaculate. so
Dude,
it's
if
like-
I'm not yapping, I'm not trying. All right, like take it as a sign of life.
yeah, we're living, we're here. Hell yeah.
All right, well, I do feel bad, so let's go back and give Tommy his questions. You should have said something earlier.
No, I thought it was funny. I thought it was like a bit. I was
Oh,
gonna
no,
ask at the
no.
end.
I've done that before. I think it was a long time ago. I think it was the second podcast, and I completely skipped a couple of teams in the rankings, and I just kind of went down. I don't know why I did. I blame old age.
All good, brother.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this question first because it has something to do with what we've been saying. It says, yeah, you get pretty heated during games, but I'm here to tell you that we all loved it watching the stream and the watch party, and it was hilarious for sure.
my
It
God.
definitely kept us rolling. But on the flip side, do you think that helps you stay focused? Because like you said, if you ain't yapping, then you're capping. You got to keep your mind working. I think a lot of teams have someone like that communicates a lot. So I know Chemical's team has Priest. He's kind of their guy. So do you think it helps you and your teammates focus?
I can't say for my teammates, but it definitely helps me focus.
It
Like
wakes
if
me
I'm
up.
not if I'm not talking during the games, like I truly don't give a fuck. Like I need something to keep me going. And if I'm not talking, then I'm not giving call outs. Then like if I'm playing like shit, what am I contributing?
It's provocative. It gets.
Dude,
I had
I tell them if it's getting too much, just tell me to shut the fuck up. Like I won't take that shit personally. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm
Oh.
bitching, I'm moaning.
Dropped the C word a lot. this
I don't
season.
think we ever. Well, listen. There's gonna be a video made of all the times you screamed, and I think it's gonna be good.
Dude, I'm ready for that.
It's gonna be
Oh.
great. And
Put it over. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Just
I don't-
Tommy.
I don't think we ever had a problem with you raging. It's good to
No.
have somebody talking, actually. And I didn't realize it until this season, but yapping is the key to success.
Dude, I've been saying.
You might be screaming, but you're always ending with like, "Hey, see you fellas later." You know, it's just like it's
That's
never. It's never
Oh, yeah,
personal.
no,
We
I'm
knew
just
it was never
like-
personal. Like it was always fine by us.
Dude, I picked that one up from Godless. Shout out XX Kevin.
the land god.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, no, he was on my team and he was always like bitching, and yelling. I'm like, shit, so I could just do that too.
Talking shit, he'll come after you in the chat.
Yeah, no, like I'm just getting that shit out there. I'm putting it out there. I'm like, all right, I'm good now.
I
Whatever.
just want you guys to know I had multiple people ask me to like turn you up Make sure I'm streaming your voice when.
Yeah, shout out Shrek. I know he was one of them.
I think half my viewers just came for you.
Well, at least someone was enjoying it, because I wasn't enjoying it in the moment.
Yeah, the watch party was hilarious. We were all saying how long until Tommy starts raging, and it was like
Yeah, how long until he?
Man,
does that
I will
work?
not lie to you. That championship, I thought we were fucked.
I did
thought
too.
I thought we lost you, Tommy. I thought we lost you. You pulled one out for the boys. We're proud of you.
Dude, I went nonverbal and I turned on my music.
You
I
you
said,
started-
Bixby, turn on my music. Shout out Smurf, and then
you
I
remember when
locked
we
the fuck
started
in.
Game 1? Do you remember what your KD was at the start?
Oh, it was like 3-20. Like it
Yeah.
was fucking dog shit.
It was
so bad.
definitely. I
I did
oh,
not want
fuck.
to play, and I was pissed off that they were making us play.
We are war.
And then you turned
So
around
tight.
and fucked on him an entire series.
Yeah,
What a time.
it was 3
Grifball.
minutes into game 1, and he was already
True.
fucking yelling. It was hilarious.
Beautiful. It's a great game. That's why you come back, right? That's why you come back.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Well, I
we
said,
were yelling
like,
beforehand.
I'm never signing up for another league until like next season signups drop.
Right. And they better take a minute. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I need a couple weeks off.
Let me get Oblivion in, goddammit. Shit.
All right, so the next question I have for you is, this is your second championship in Halo Infinite, which makes you tied for first in Infinite. If I'm right, I think that's right. I think some other
No,
people are
I
tied
think
with
so.
you. Yeah. So, do I smell a repeat next season?
It depends what point in the cycle we're at. Because if somebody gets delusional and thinks they can draft me as a lead tank, I'm never showing up to practice when we're not winning.
That's my boy.
I do not have it in me to be a lead tank.
Me neither. Fucking.
And I feel like when we're doing like drafts and stuff, people will be like, "Oh, well, I can't let him fall any further. Like, he'd be a good player." And then it's like, the captain's a fucking runner, or something, or he's like not a good tank. And I'm getting like drafted like early, like round 3, and it just does not work out. I can't be a Gingy. I can't be a Lux. I can't be a lead tank. I gotta be the off tank because I'm too streaky. I'm not consistent enough. So if people hate me enough to let me fall, if they don't like me raging, which hopefully they don't, so they don't draft me, I can go really late and then maybe I'll get another ship. I don't know. Kind of just depends.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you don't want to ever go inflated like that, it's always it can be a thing. That's for sure. All right.
I also have to like my team. If I don't like my team, I'm not showing up to fucking practices. I'm ignoring those Discord messages. I'll show up to game time, but like I'm not showing up to practices. I told Lux at the beginning, I'm like, I'm probably not gonna practice. And then my dumbass showed up every week.
every single time. Tommy does have the immaculate ability to be like, "Ooh, sorry, didn't check Discord."
Oh no, I see every message.
Oh, I
I
know
see
you
every
do.
message, but
We
like
know,
I'm like,
Bobby.
oh man,
in your-
like how
it's in
far
your
can I
voice.
ignore?
It's in your voice. You're like, "I totally didn't see that."
That's why I put you all on the roll so I can hit all of you with the pain at once. I do that every time.
Dude, Lucky's
Talking to the
remembering.
wall.
He'll get at you.
Coach Lux just motivated you is all.
He-
You had to
Listen,
I will send a pigeon.
Lux worked his ass off to get Tommy and I on this season, so round
Yeah,
of
I showed
applause
up.
for him.
I
Wow.
showed up more than Gingy. I had a better attendance record. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Dude, I have 3
get a
kids,
gold
Tommy.
star.
What the fuck do you want from me, my
I've
guy?
got hobbies, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I golf and bowl. I get it, man. Life is it's just gonna get more busy, Tommy. You're gonna leave like less and less time for video games. It's gonna suck.
No, there will
Adult
always be
work.
Minecraft time.
I hope so. I hope so. Never grow up. Never, ever, ever.
Oh, I don't plan on it, buddy.
It's fucking so dumb. Don't do it. Just ask Snowplex. It's the worst.
Oh, if it's not complete chaos, I'm bored. So I thrive in chaos. I gotta have it. Too bad I can't juggle. That would be really fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
All right. So the last question I have for you, Tommy, is now this is just my opinion, but I feel like in your teams in the past, season 1, the Crazy Guys era, and this season as well. I feel like you're kind of the glue that holds teams together. Maybe a little angry glue or crazy glue, whatever you want to call it.
Gorilla Glue.
But, yeah. So
I'm
I
gripping
guess
that shit.
I guess the question is
Script's
if
next,
you
bro.
could just talk about or elaborate on how you approach the game, whether you're on offense or defense, because whenever I play with you, you're a fucking nightmare to deal with. Because like what you were saying earlier, you just stand there, and that's my thing. So it's pretty tough to deal with.
Oh yeah, no, I hate dealing with you too. Like we just stand there and look at each other, and then everybody else is like, "Come on, do something," and then one of us has to like make the move first. I guess I plan everything around a lot of the teams I've been on. We've had like a game plan going in. Like I know this season, Lux would be like, "All right, like this is what we're looking for. This is how we're gonna respond. Like this is what they're probably gonna do. This is what we need to do." So we kind of go in with a game plan, and I know like if Genji's being super aggressive or whatever, I just need to stay alive and like get the trade. Like that's on offense. Like I don't need to do anything flashy. I need to get to the other side of plate. I need to sit there, wait for a pass, or I'm just standing in front of Pop Tart to make sure he can't trade anybody with the sword. I mean, it was pretty simple this season. I didn't have to do a whole lot of pushing. Defense, honestly, I don't think I did anything different for defense. Defense comes pretty easy. You just kind of stand there, know when to cycle out. Like if we got two people dead, I'm just staying alive. Like I'll give them space, but I'm not going up there. I'm not getting killed. Not getting traded by Pop Tart with the sword. I'm not, dying to the ball carrier.
Yeah,
It's just a whole lot of standing around.
Yeah, I find that being a passive tank is definitely more natural on defense because there's no urgency to push forward. It's kind of they have to play your game and rush you. So.
Oh, and I love thrust. I got that little like autistic timer. Like I know when you have your thrust. I know that I got like 3 seconds to like fuck around with whenever you use it. It gets you out of so many situations. I forget to swing all the time, but if I got a thrust there, like I'm getting out every time. It's so easy to stay alive, especially if you're just passive with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Taterskins.
Hell yeah. Tiny thistle dick Tommy.
Fucking
Shout out Encott.
Encott's the man. A true everyman Grifballer.
You know me.
Well, Encott too. Definitely you as well. I kind of try to think of myself as that, pack a lunch pail and all that. Go neg 40. Good times.
I'm putting in the work. This is my second job. I'm clocking in. I'm standing around.
I'm loitering.
And I'm yelling the whole time.
I'm loitering.
That is my playstyle. I just loiter.
Sometimes you do in Grifball, man. You could sit in the lobby for an hour and not do shit.
Oh, not me. I don't show up for that shit. I told you, like when we were getting, whenever they took that knee because Priest power went out, I was like, if they're not back on in 20 minutes, like I'm fucking leaving. Like I'm not standing around.
Going to bed.
Oh yeah, no, I was not. I don't do the whole waiting thing. That's why I don't play late league.
Yeah, and I will kind of comment on the whole playoff scheduling thing. I know that before the season that we were trying to weed out a date, and I guess some people were going to be gone at a lot, so it really kind of put a chokehold on what days we could do things. But doing things on a holiday is definitely not ideal. I mean, a lot of people do stuff on Memorial Day and whatnot. It definitely sucks, but I know the 5-game series thing. I wanted to touch on that. That's definitely an A Spence thing since he's been running the league since season 1, and that's just the way he's done it. It's best of 3, best of 3, best of 5.
The 5-game thing wouldn't have been an issue at all if it wasn't forced for 9 o'clock on a day where all of us had work the next day.
Yeah, if that's an hour earlier.
Well,
easy.
Whereas, like, even if we win this ship, Sev has the easy excuse of being like, yeah, but we played at 9 o'clock Central, which means it was fucking 5 a.m. for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's shitty for him. I wouldn't want to play Grifball Championship at 5 a.m. You know, it's just the competitor in me was like, it's worth putting this off for 2 weeks to have a completely fair setting of a game. Right now, the only thing that wouldn't be fair is that we could keep practicing. Sev could not, or Pop Tart could not. But I also agree that admins have a timetable that they set and they wanted to keep, and so they did. Would I have done it that way? No, but it is what it is. It was your decision. It was your league, or A Spence's, or the admin's decision.
And it was
so.
a shit decision and a shit league. I wanted to wait 2 months to play that shit.
It's like we seriously debated forfeiting.
Oh, it would have been so funny. I did not care about this shit. Oh, I was
Just
so ready to
no,
forfeit that.
And I seriously thought about it so I could keep drinking with my friends, but I was like, nah. Like
Yeah, we're already here.
Yeah.
I just imagine you packing your kids up and driving home to
playing
play this game.
20 games. I
Yeah,
was
sorry,
pissed.
honey.
was
I gotta
pissed.
go play children's
No,
hammer game.
She was feeling pretty good at that point. She was ready to get home and get in bed. So, I mean, that's the only nice thing about that. But the kids sure as shit didn't want to leave. They were having a blast. But it is what it is.
You get to be on Noplex Cast now, so good job. Worth
Hey,
it.
that's
Go team.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, did we
better.
cover everything about the did we cover everything about the Nexus circuit? Did we kind of get through that all the way and then go back?
It's a tournament tomorrow. Be like 5 or 6 teams. It only lasts for a couple hours. I think there's going to be casters. I think you're casting it. I'm pretty sure Noble's casting it.
Yeah, Noble's going to be doing production. It'll be NCOT, me and NCOT casting.
Yeah, I'm just really there to play with some friends, and if I win, that's good. If I don't, that's good too. It'll probably be the last real Grifball that I'll be playing for a bit. So.
Yeah, I hope to see some more of this just for a little bit before the next season, to where people can play with different teams and stuff. Because with this, especially if the pot's up next time, for if there's another split or whatnot, and that's going to be in the next section of what we're going to be talking about, kind of looking ahead. But I think with that, I don't know. I think if we do that for a while, it'll give people kind of a break from the season and having the same team, for 2 months. I know that can kind of drag out.
Circuits are a good move anyways. You keep late lobbies open, you get people playing Grifball, and then you start running some circuits if you want some competitive based, turn off or spin off of the normal just custom game until people are ready for another bid league or whatever you're going to do next season.
Yeah.
Big if true.
More Grifball is good. Can't argue with that one. I think
it's show up if you want to and take a break if you want to take a break. That's always great.
I just find there's lots of upsides and not many downsides with it. It kind of helps out with a lot of the gripes, especially some of the latest ones, I should say.
We got a lot of problem causers on this podcast. We're sorry, Noplex. We're not trying to give you headaches.
This is what this is for, man.
Just trying to make it be a little better.
We're not even to the good part yet, where we get to the shout outs at the end and you can just say whatever you want. That's when it's gonna get real juicy. But yeah, I guess what we're talking about right now pretty much ties into the next segment, which is, it just says looking ahead to what's next, and I just have next season, next split, or whatever. But I think people will love to see that rank go up. It really makes me want to play customs whenever there's a rank involved and whatnot. It's really hard for me just to get on and play customs just because. So I'm definitely a late league enjoyer.
I mean, I like late league. I think it's fun. I think it has a place, but I think the fact that there are no more really just custom lobbies, just for fun Grifball lobbies, like, hey, let's get 8 people play pickup games, right? We're gonna do 2 captains. We're gonna pick teams. It's people don't all play in a Discord anymore like we used to be in Xbox lobbies, right? Or just in game chat lobbies when, like, let's say Reach, right? So we would pick teams in the lobby and it was a blast. We would do that for hours, just new captains every time, people subbing in and out. It was a good time. That doesn't happen anymore. It almost seems like now there has to be a rank involved. There has to be a reason to play, which is fine. I like competition just as if not more than the next man. But I feel like we've lost our what's the word for it?
Everybody?
Numbers.
Desire. numbers drive for the game. Yeah, it was just like we don't want to play just to play with our friends and shit, right? Like we used to just play customs because they were fun. Grifball was fun. I don't think we played for anything else. Noplex, did you play for anything else? You were in a lot of those boss lobbies.
Yeah, at first, but you know, after you play for so long, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard
I
to have a
agree.
lot of fun with it. I think for some people.
I think that's why it's so important to keep as many new members around as we can because they still enjoy the process. You know, they still have the light in their eyes, so to speak.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I think is what they say in the South.
That's the one. This isn't a TED Talk, boys. You can speak up.
Fuck Late League.
Gingy plays
Y'all bunch
gas.
of little bitches. I want competition. If that's not a stacked lobby, I don't want to play. Fuck you, Gingy.
Whoa! I didn't say that.
I don't want to play with him on my team. Like, y'all a bunch of bums. Just we're playing a fucking dead game on a dead game. I see y'all on that shit every night. It don't matter who you play. Shut up.
A meme of a meme from a meme game.
Yeah, seriously. Play the pups, dude.
And the community's so old it can almost legally buy cigarettes.
This
I
is the
think it
most
can.
silence we've ever got for a season, I'm
I
pretty
was gonna say
sure.
this community, 08, right?
Yeah. So it can almost buy cigarettes. That's what AJ was saying.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're just pretending to vape right now.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I don't really think we have much more to talk about, so I guess we can just go to the last segment, which is shout-outs and outro. And, of course, my first shout-out is to Like Clockwork. And it's so funny because the outline that I made for this podcast, obviously it says number 13 Championship Edition, and it says Like Clockwork again because, you know, repeat. But definitely shout out to y'all. Congratulations for winning the ship. And I definitely want to give a shout out to a few select people. It's kind of a broken record, but don't want to overlook these people. Shout out to Godless, of course. Man, he made Grifball discussion. You too, Gingy.
Godless is first.
So you get two shout outs in one.
I had a blast.
You and Godless had me rolling. That was some great
Bro, it's
coffee
the same
read.
shit 10 years later, ain't it? Holy fuck.
Same time next year. See you there.
No, it's going to be another 10-year reunion. Let's just. Yeah, me and Kevin are good for a while.
Get some inflatable hammers and go to town. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And then, of course, shout out to Ace Spence and Death. Them dudes do a lot. I don't think really people understand how much they do. I know Lux has a pretty good idea, but I was watching Death play around in the game type settings, and I was just watching a stream yesterday, and it's just like, fuck, man, this is what you've been doing the last year or so, and just getting bitched at nonstop. And he's like, yeah.
So
He's the man.
we want to say, or at least I do, but I know Lux at least partially feels this way. We say all this shit about the game type and the game and the admins. Like, we respect the work they're doing. It's never about that. It's about the criticism, the way the league's growing, the way the league has been, right? You know, it's been stagnant for so long. We're not trying to do anything to revive it or to make it better. We're just kind of, we still have people who want to play Grifball. Great, let's run a season, right? You know, that's what it feels like. He has done a brilliant job with the game type. Like I said, the game type honestly feels a lot like Halo 5 except for the hammer, and he can't change that. So we bitch, we moan, we complain. We're not trying to be negative towards him. We respect the work he's doing. Just wanted to clear that space in case that's ever a feeling he gets. You know, it's not meant in disrespect
Facts.
at all. So
Facts.
A
In fact,
bitch
he's-
and sailor's a happy sailor, man. We're just
Right.
invested.
I've played this game for 13 years. I've earned the right to complain about anything the fuck I want
Yeah,
related to this.
It's part of the job. When you're an admin, Lux has been there, Gingy, you've been there. It's no matter what you do or don't do, you're gonna get people that complain because that's that's like a third of the fun is being able to complain. I mean, and I also think complaining is just a sign of growth and activity. It just means people want to see shit.
Yeah, I love complaining.
Got to bring back the CC, the
Complaining's fun.
complainer committee.
Yeah.
I'll head that shit up, bro. I got so many things to say.
All right,
Oh.
go ahead, man. It's your time. to
None
shine
of
right
them
now.
important.
You
None
gonna-
of them important.
You gonna decorate your suggestion box like Ted Lasso's?
I don't know who the fuck that is, but hell yeah.
Oh, you need to get Apple TV and watch it immediately.
No, I'm okay. I'll pirate it.
It's, or do that. It's so much better.
Sound like me. All right, Lux.
You're right.
Did
You
you
have
have
different
any? Did you have any shout outs or anything you wanted to say?
Bu-bu-bu. Shout out to my team. It's the best team ever. You guys are great. Easy to work
True.
with.
True.
Shout out to last season's team. Sab, Dylan, and Avenger, and Sev. They were easy to coach. But to be honest, they didn't really need it because they had Sab. Yeah. That's all I got.
Gingy?
Appreciate you, Coach Deluxe. Thanks for the backpack.
You gassed me up this entire episode, dude. I appreciate that. But I also don't appreciate that because I liked my CCV where it was. Thank you.
Hey, man, you hard carried. I ain't gonna lie to people. It is what it is. Watch the tape.
Them numbers.
True.
That's all I got.
All right, Tommy, you're up.
Once again, fuck late league. Bring back regular customs. Shout out my team. I said I wasn't gonna practice. I actually liked them, so I ended up showing up. Shout out Encott. I grabbed my tiny dick. I whipped it out. Locked the fuck in. Shrek's my favorite player in the league. Love that guy.
You should
So much content every time he talks. Oh my gosh, so much stupid shit comes out of his mouth. I love him so much.
I love him. He's better than Trump. He really is.
Oh, really? So funny, just effortlessly. It's awesome. Yeah, shout out Spence and Death for putting up with everybody's bullshit. Yeah, I'll unfortunately be back next season.
No.
Yeah, that's all
Oh.
I got.
Hold on. Back to the shout out. Appreciate you too, Spence. Appreciate you too. I said Death, but it goes for both. I don't want another godless situation. I appreciate you all. Thanks for the hard work.
He does. It's true. Talks about you all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, low man.
I hate that
Got any shout outs? Anything you want to say?
Shout out to the team, It was fun. I had a great time, Shout out to the league for letting me play. We really didn't think it was gonna happen. So, there's that. It would have been cool to sub for some other people, just because I was fucking around and playing, but that didn't happen, so whatever.
They're scared of you, Kyle. They're scared.
Yeah. Shout out to Chemicals team. They honestly were really trying their best to make it happen. So, they were good sports about it, and they were a really good team too. They seemed like great people. Never talked to any of them, but they seemed like great people. So
They're good dudes, and they care about the game. And they listen. I don't blame them for trying to force us to play, because that's the only time their full team was going to be on for 3 weeks or whatever. But
yeah. Shout out Noplex for having the tournament, in the beginning of the season. I didn't know you beforehand. I was a little toxic to you, just because, why not? I don't think you saw it, but,
No, it happens. It happens.
The VOD's in there.
It's out there somewhere.
he came from Call of Duty. Don't be too.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
community's different. The community's different. It's
I've dealt
fuck
with,
you. Who do you think you are? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I've dealt with much worse, but one thing is a constant for me. I love running that preseason rush. It's one of my favorite things to do. Gotta let people try out their new teams. Gotta test it on the market.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
All right, well, I appreciate y'all coming and wanting to be on the podcast, but who's gonna miss the championship edition one? Am I right? But
Hold up, gentlemen. I got one more thing to say. This is a spicy one. This is a spicy one.
You better mute your shit.
Mav, Fuck you for not putting our boy Kyle on the fucking best runner list.
Oh. Oh.
We got beef, man. He's the best
That's fine.
quarterback in the league. You see that pass stat,
Yeah,
the number of
you gotta-
pass plays
You gotta
going in.
you gotta add at least 15 to his total.
You gotta
goals.
add all those goals on. Like when the quarterback
Plus-
throws for a touchdown, he gets the touchdown stat. Same
Plus,
thing, bro.
that stat is inaccurate. I had like at one point it said I had 4, and I know for a fact that I had like 6 or 7. So he's got to have at least like fucking 30.
That man was 10 credits and he was dropping dimes like he was fucking prime Brady. Like, come on.
It was pretty incredible.
Unreal
appreciate
season.
gas.
It was incredible. To be honest with you, Noplex, I don't know if we know this for a fact, but I feel like if you don't catch the ball outright in the air, the pass goal or the pass medal doesn't go through.
Right. So if it's a roller and you scoop it up, or you scoop it up and run it in, even though it
If
should
it
be a
touches the
pass play, it's
ground.
not.
Yeah,
I got you.
I think that's what's happening. Otherwise, I don't know what determines a pass medal. But that motherfucker Kyle has about 30 of them. So
I don't do it for the accolades, you know. I just do it for the win.
fuck you. I did betrayals for the accolades. You did goals for the accolades. It is what it is. Be a stats whore. Take pride.
It's
God damn it.
KD spread or bust.
Right. Katie King or retirement. So I will see you guys later. Shit.
All right. Well,
I'm hopping out.
yeah, definitely. And the next episode will probably be a shorter one about the Nexus circuit. It'll be definitely a little different. But until then, I'll see you guys on the court.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Peace.